My whole intention is to just spread the word, because if there is something affordable and natural that everyone has access to and is as helpful as castor oil is, I just want to do my part to get the word out, and that's it. So use it if you want to, don't if you don't. Thank you so much for stopping in. I'm Liz, and today I wanted to go over with you my routine, my skincare routine, which the big boy, the strong part, I believe, is the castor oil. So if you haven't seen my original castor oil video, I did a personal testimony after using castor oil for 60 days. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link that down below for you to watch next. And then I did follow up with a FAQ. So the most frequently asked questions I received from that video, and I kind of just touched on everything. So now what I'm gonna try to do is break those down a little more specifically. So there will be a playlist on my channel for castor oil, my castor oil journey, because I originally did commit to using it for a year, because I had such wonderful results, and I keep seeing great results from using it. So it's encouraging me to continue making videos. So I'm gonna go over still some frequently asked questions, and questions I think you may want to know about how I use the castor oil. You may be wondering, is castor oil safe to use on your face? And I would say yes, it is. In general, I think for most people, it is going to be safe to use, but just like anything, anyone can be allergic to anything. There are some people who are allergic to the sun and even water. So you can be allergic to anything. I jumped right in. I did not have any issues with it. If you are concerned, you could always do a patch test. You could always consult your skincare professional or your doctor. But for myself, I find it very safe to use. I have had zero reaction from the castor oil, using it all over my body, but we're talking about my face today, since November 2023. So I feel that is safe. And then you may be wondering, what are the benefits? Like, why are you using it so much? Why do you keep making videos about it? I had significant benefits, actually, and I'm just gonna rattle them off, but we can go into more depth. You can also watch those other videos where I talk about them a lot. But if you haven't seen those, I had eyelash growth, I had dark circle reduction, I had melasma reduction. It's reduced the fine lines in my face, and no, I do not have Botox. I can move everything. I used to get Botox. I'm not against Botox. I just haven't had it since I was 38. I'm 46 now. And probably the biggest question you're wondering is, how should you use it on your face? So I'm going to tell you how I do it, and it may work for you. Again, I do not have before and after pictures because I'm not selling you anything. I'm just sharing my experience. You can try it or not try it. You don't have to buy the stuff that I buy. I'm going to link the castor oil I use, different size bottles, because I do think you should use it up within 30 days. And then my skincare that I use and vitamins I take, all down below with the dates, because I just want to be clear. Like, I'm not trying to persuade you. I am just sharing my experience, because I am amazed that we all have access to, well, something that's been around for thousands of years and seems so transformative. It's just something natural that anyone can use, and I'm just trying to get the word out there. That's all. So normally what I'll do, I usually shower at night. So I take a shower every night, and then I usually go and put my vitamin C serum, which I actually use in the day and the night. I put that on at night, and then I go and red light. I don't do that every night. I do that sometimes, I would say usually about 3 nights a week, 3 to 5, but usually 3. And then after that, I will mist my face to kind of re-moisturize it. And then I put on my Retin A product. So I'll use a retinaldehyde or a Retin A. I kind of go back and forth. I'm still building up to it because I just started using it last year in 2023, March, I think. And then after that, I go in with the castor oil. So really 3 items, I guess 3 products on my face. I kind of count the red light as a skincare regimen, but it's obviously not something I'm putting on, but it does take time. I do that for 11 minutes, and I love it also, by the way. That's probably the thing I've been doing the longest. I highly recommend it. And no, I don't think the masks work. So controversial. We can get into that. You need to get a proper panel light if you actually want results. But I put the castor oil on, so I pour about a quarter size dollop because mine doesn't have a dropper. So I just pour it in and then I rub my hands together, and then I usually put it on my neck first, kind of depending on how much I grab. And then I just go in and start rubbing my face. I'm not super gentle, but I'm not trying to tug, but I do try to kind of invigorate the cells. I think that that is helpful. I don't know, in like increasing blood flow and activity and just waking it up. I think you have to do that with other areas of your body. That's why, you know, running, jumping, things like that are good just to get your cells like, you know, active. And so I do rub. I actually rub it on my ears as well and behind and then earlobes, which I have heard that massaging your earlobes once a day can help with your immune system. I don't know if that's true or not, but while you're there, why not? And then I go in and I start rubbing my neck for a couple reasons I do this, and quite vigorously as well. One, I'm trying to work on my jawline because, you know, as we age, I am 46, everything's sagging. And, you know, I've been battling lines on my neck. I know they're not really bad. I just want to tell you guys all this because, you know, in a year, if I'm doing this and I leave out all this stuff I'm doing, you're like, Liz, you've been doing this a year and you don't tell me. So I'm just telling you all the things I do, whether you think that I need to or not. I rub here vigorously. So I'm kind of like trying to wake up the cells underneath my jaw because I have had some skin laxity issues there. And then I also like to, I guess, massage the lymph node area kind of to drain it. So I think that's really helpful. I actually hardly ever get sick, and I've always done that. Even with my lotions and serums, I don't know why, I just have always done that. And so I do both sides, and then sometimes I'll do the facial massage like this with my knuckles and also rub over. I don't do that every night. I try. I think that's super beneficial, kind of just to do the same thing, like kind of wake up the cells and invigorate muscles and just get blood flow and things happening there. So I try to do that as well. And then I go in and do the chest area, shoulders, like that. And then I go on to do the rest of my body, which is not this video, but I feel that that castor oil just locks everything in, and it just is really moisturizing. I don't have to do anything else. And then I do immediately get dressed, like right after that. That's after I get all the oil on. I don't walk around for 20 minutes or anything. I literally go get dressed as soon as I'm done. So probably some of it comes off on the clothes, I guess, because I'm getting dressed right away, but I haven't had issues with it staining on that, or, you know, I try to like not get it on my face. I just wear it just like you would any kind of lotion. And I will say when I sleep, I do have my hair up. I always do that no matter what, just so I don't have breakage and things like that. I do have a wedge pillow that I sleep on because I did learn to sleep on my back last year because I was very not happy with getting the chest lines. And I tried all the things, the little sticky things, the lotions, the, you know, pillow, like all these things, and really nothing worked. And then I found out that the, you know, sleeping on your back will solve it, and it does. That was the end of that. I didn't have to try anything else. Now I just try to moisturize the area, but I don't have the like lines, hard lines problem. I will if I do sleep on my side, it comes back like that. So you do have to avoid it. But I found it very comfortable. I actually had a lot of great side effects from back sleeping, as in, well, I slept better, my hair was better, I didn't wake up with weird lines on my face or my chest. I didn't have shoulder pain, which was another issue I was having, and lower back pain, because unless you line up perfectly, like with a pillow between your knees and a proper pillow on the side, you can, and a properly firm mattress, there's just so many things that have to be in line for you to lay on your side, that really laying on my back was probably the best thing that I did. And I did it for vanity reasons, and it helped a whole slew of other issues. A couple other questions that you may be wondering: if I'm putting oil like that on my face every night, Liz, have you gotten any breakouts, any blemishes, any irritation, any this, that, or the other? No, I have not. Quite the opposite. So since I've been using the castor oil, my skin has been better. I've actually never got as many compliments on my skin in real life as I have since using the castor oil. And I know the only thing I've been doing different, but people who see me don't know that. So that has been really interesting. And I don't know how good you can see me here. I actually have a window and a light, and that's it. And I don't use filters or anything like that. So what you see is what you get. So some days the light is nice to me and some days it's not. But you know, I do have lines. They are there. I am 46. And yet my skin overall, the skin quality, the skin coloring evenness has just improved. So I actually have not had any blemishes or irritation. In fact, I find my Retin-A more tolerable since using the castor oil. And another thing you may be wondering, which kind of goes with this, is will it clog pores? I haven't had any pore clogging. In fact, quite the opposite. This is weird. I actually am just thinking of this right now while I'm saying it. I actually feel like my pores are smaller. So I'm not claiming that it shrinks pores. I think just my skin's happier in general. It's cleaner because of the antibacterial properties. It's well moisturized because it's so moisturizing, and also doing it consistently, I think, is just a big help. So I haven't found any issues with clogged pores. There is a skincare professional here on YouTube. He's 60. His name's Chris. I forget his channel name. I'll link it below though. And he said he initially started using it for cystic acne, a long time ago, 30 years ago, or I'm not sure when, but when he had it, and found that it helped with that. So there are several accounts where it doesn't clog pores, but again, we're all different. So if it starts to break you out, cause a rash, irritation in any way, stop using it, because that is not supposed to happen. So maybe it's the age of your castor oil, the brand, or maybe you're just allergic to it, but certainly it is not an item to push through. If it's bugging you, stop using it. Another question I got was, how often should I use it? So I do use it I'm gonna say every night. There has been some nights that I haven't used it if I'm out or extremely tired or whatnot, but I would say I use it like 99% of the time. So I would say consistency is key. You have to use it consistently. And I do prefer to use it at night. That keeps me consistent. It's not a bother in my day. It, in fact, has become part of my nightly routine that I enjoy. And I love it. I love it more than any other lotion. So to me, I have no issues continuing it. I'm very, very happy with it. Which leads me into another question that I got. Can it be used as a moisturizer? And yes, that is exactly how I use it. I don't find I need to use a moisturizer. So if you do, I would say maybe try a different brand, because I find it very moisturizing. And if you just think about it, I mean, it's a thick oil. If that's not locking in the moisture. Another thing that I heard you could do is put like a hyaluronic acid or even just water or some kind of like peptide mist or something like that before, because it may help like lock in extra moisture if you have really dry skin. I would say I kind of had dry skin. I was always trying to moisturize it. And so that's why I still do use all those serums and things like that. And then the castor oil just locks it all in. So sometimes I find that I don't even need lotion the next day. So like today, I forgot to put moisturizer on. I usually put moisturizer on after my serums and then, you know, before my makeup. And I was thinking, I was like, I didn't put lotion on anywhere today. And so some days I just wake up feeling very moisturized. So that's kind of a newer one for me that I have been forgetting to use it on my face now, which goes to show that it is moisturizing. Has it helped with wrinkles on my face? I think so. I would say this is probably the least notable item that I have noticed is wrinkles. It has helped though. It has softened them. I would say it's softened them more than any other product I've used ever. And I am using some other products that I've been using for a year. So it could be coincidental. That's why I list everything below. But overall, I just think I have found like the perfect skincare combo, and it's really working for me. So that is another reason why I don't mix the castor oil for my face, because it's working so good. And I actually have sensitive skin on my face. When I was younger, I used to try all the creams and potions and things that came out all the time, and I'd always have something going on, like some kind of irritation. And so I'm very leery of anything that I put onto my face. And the fact that I could just slather on all this castor oil night after night and it's just improving my skin is phenomenal to me. And you know, I'm like, if it's not broke, why fix it? So I'm just gonna keep going with it. So I would say if you're interested in castor oil, give it a try, do your own research. You don't have to buy the stuff that I use. I will link it below if you're interested, because I do get a lot of questions, but I'm always like leery. I'm not pushing it. I do have an affiliate link. I get very, very little from that, believe me, but I know people are interested and I really like the brand that I'm using. It is hexane free, cold pressed, organic, in a dark glass bottle. It's a perfect amount, I think, for a month. I have it on auto order from Amazon. So I actually started writing the date on it, the expiration date, so I know when it will. When I open it, I do 30 days from then, and I write it on there, and that way I know when I'm getting close to that date, I need to start using it. So sometimes I'll either add the rest into my concoction and just really start slathering it on, or use it straight. So there'll be some nights I'll use the castor oil straight on my body, because for me, I've decided to go through a bottle in 30 days. If you do not use as much as me, maybe opt for the smaller bottle and look for those qualities. But hopefully this is helpful for you. That was my intention. So if you have any questions, if you have a personal story, leave that down below. I would love to hear from you. And if you've been using it since my last video, let me know too, because I love hearing your stories. You don't know how many people I've told in my own life, or even shown your comments to. I'm like, look at, she had this or that happen, you know? So I love hearing from you. I, do read your comments, and I thank you so much for dropping in and listening to my 2 cents on it. I hope that you have a really great day, and I hope to see you in the next one.